When Lora stepped into that room, she didn't scream, not because she wasn't afraid, but because of what she saw. Didn't make sense. Her heart pounded violently against her chest. Her breath became shallow. Her fingers tightened into fists as her eyes struggled to adjust to the darkness. And then, she saw it. A small bed. Old. Dusty. Hidden in the corner. Beside it, a child's shoe. Lora froze. A child? In this house. That room had been locked for years. No one talked about it. No one mentioned it. So why? Why were there signs that someone had lived there? She stepped further in. Slowly. Carefully. As if the room itself was watching her. There were drawings on the wall. Faded. Scratched into the paint. Stick figures. A woman. A man. And a small child standing between them. Lora's throat tightened. Her hands trembled as she reached out, touching one of the drawings. And that's when she noticed something else. A name, written repeatedly across the wall. Eli, over and over again. Eli, Eli, Eli. Her phone vibrated suddenly. The sound echoed loudly in the silence. She almost dropped it again. With shaking hands, she looked at the screen. New message. He's still here. Lora's blood ran cold. Her eyes darted around the room. Empty. Silent. Still. But now, it didn't feel empty anymore. Who are you? She whispered under her breath. And there was no response. Just silence. Then, a sound. Behind her. She turned sharply. Nothing. Her chest rose and fell rapidly. Her mind racing. This was insane. There was no child. There couldn't be. She stepped backward, slowly moving toward the door. And then, she stepped on something. She looked down. A photograph. She picked it up. Her fingers trembled. And the moment she saw it, everything inside her shifted. It was William, her husband, smiling, standing beside a little boy, no older than 5. The boy was holding his hand tightly, happy, safe, loved. Lora's lips parted in disbelief. Her heart shattered all over again, because in 3 years of marriage, William had never told her about any child. Her mind flooded with questions. Who was this boy? Why was he hidden? Why didn't William tell her? And most importantly, where was he now? Her phone buzzed again. Another message. You weren't supposed to find him. Lora's breathing stopped. That wasn't a warning. That was a threat. Suddenly, everything changed. This wasn't just about William anymore. This house, this family, they knew something. They had always known. Her mother-in-law's coldness, the silence, the locked door. It all meant something. Lora clenched the photo tightly. Her fear slowly turned into something else. Determination. Lora. The voice came suddenly. Sharp. Close. She gasped and turned. Her mother-in-law stood at the door. Eyes wide, her face unreadable. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then her eyes dropped to the photo in Lora's hand. And something changed. Just for a second. Fear. Where did you get that? She asked slowly. Lora didn't answer. She couldn't. Because now, she knew. The woman was hiding something. Something big. Something dangerous. Who is Eli? Lora finally asked. The room went completely silent. Her mother-in-law's face hardened instantly. Cold. Uncontrolled. Put that down, she said. But Lora didn't move. Instead, she took a step forward. Her voice was shaking, but firm. Where is he? Lora asked. He should have died with his father, said the mother-in-law. Lora realized something terrifying. William didn't just have a secret. He left behind a child someone wanted gone. The words didn't just settle. They sank. Deep. Heavy. Unavoidable. Lora didn't blink. She couldn't. It felt like even the smallest movement would break something fragile inside her. He should have died, she repeated slowly, as if saying it again would somehow change it. But it didn't. Her mother-in-law didn't correct herself, didn't soften the statement, didn't look away. That made it worse. Why would you say that? Lora asked, her voice trembling again, but stronger now. No answer. Just silence. Uncomfortable. Lora took another step forward, the photograph still clutched tightly in her hand. This is a child, she said, her voice rising slightly. A child. Her mother-in-law's jaw tightened. You don't understand, she said quietly. Then make me understand. Lora snapped. The room fell silent again. And in that silence, something shifted. A sound. Soft, faint, but real. From somewhere beyond the hallway. Both of them froze instantly. Lora's head turned slowly, her heart picking up speed again. Did you hear that? She whispered. Her mother-in-law didn't respond, but her eyes, they gave her away. Fear. Real fear. And that was enough. He's here, Lora said, barely above a whisper. No, her mother-in-law said quickly, too quickly. Lora turned back to her. You're lying, she said. I'm protecting you, the older woman replied. From what? Lora asked. Another sound, closer now. A faint shift, like movement. Lora's breath caught. Her body reacted before her thoughts could catch up. She moved toward the door. Lora, don't. But she was already gone. Stepping into the hallway. The air felt colder out there. Still, heavy. Eli, she called softly. Her voice echoed faintly, then disappeared. No answer. She took another step. The floor creaked beneath her. Behind her, footsteps followed. You shouldn't call that name, her mother-in-law said again. Lora stopped, turned. Why? She asked. No answer. Only silence. And then, another sound. From the far end. A door. Slightly open. Lora frowned. That door wasn't open before. Her mother-in-law said nothing. Instead, don't go in there. But Lora was already moving. Step by step. Her breathing shallow, her heartbeat loud in her ears. She reached the door, paused. Then slowly, pushed it open. Darkness inside. Thick, unwelcoming. She leaned forward slightly, trying to see. And then, she noticed it. Movement. Small and quick one. In the corner. Her heart slammed hard. Hello? She whispered. No response. But she knew. Someone was there. Watching. Waiting. Her hands trembled. It's okay, she said softly. I won't hurt you, but still nothing. She stepped in, carefully. And then, she saw him. A small figure, curled up. Pressed against the wall, barefooted, thin and still. Lora froze. Her breath caught completely. Oh my God. The child didn't move. Neither. Didn't speak. Just watching her with fearful eyes. He just watched her. And in that moment, everything changed. Tell me in the comments if you want to find out what happens to Eli. Subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button.